Yes! What is up, Raider Nation? It's your boy Raider John coming at you with another video, and the Raiders have won. The Raiders have beaten the Texans 38-20, and man, did we come alive in the fourth quarter. Okay, this game kind of started off kind of rough. I'm not gonna front. I was kind of getting a little pissed off with the way our defense is playing. Very off, very cushioned. We've been doing that all season. It just showed a lot more in this game. Very frustrating to me as a fan, knowing that this guy just got to check down the ball like to a tight end or a running back, and the guy's gonna get like a good another 5 yards after that because of how much cushion we're giving these motherfuckers. Very frustrating. They tightened up a bit, but for the most part, it was one of those really hard fought games, guys. I mean, I can't really take it away from the Texans. They brought it to us in the first half, like they did. They brought it to us. Mills played very fucking well. Everything I've heard about this guy is that he's garbage, that he's trash, that he's not a good quarterback. He played us really fucking good, and it was very frustrating because there was just these moments where I thought, okay, this is the part where we're gonna break him, and he stood in the pocket, stepped up, and delivered a fucking strike, and it's like it was very frustrating. So in the beginning of the matchup, we ended up getting the ball first, marched down the field, scored a field goal. Had a reasonably good offense. Not really something that we could brag about, but it was good. It was a good fucking offense. A decent momentum going in. The fucked up part about it was the moment that they got the ball, you could totally tell a difference. Their offense was just way more fucking even kill and way more balanced, and it was frustrating because I would see the way they were using their running back, the way they were playing off of their running back, and I was like, why the fuck aren't we doing that? There was moments where, I'm not gonna lie, it looked like we're gonna lose this fucking game. I'm just being for real. Like, it looked in the first half. I want to say in the second quarter that they just scored. And we're like, 3 out, they get the ball back, and I'm just thinking like, wow, well, we're probably gonna lose this fucking game if we keep playing like this. And honestly, that was just the vibe I was getting. That was just the feeling I was getting. I don't like feeling that way as a fan, but sometimes that shit creeps up on you, and you can't help it. But that's the vibe I was getting. Well, mostly in the second quarter. All right, so there were times where it seems like we just didn't have it, and it seemed like mostly in the second quarter that's when it was happening. Times where I was thinking to myself like, okay, this team isn't really playing up to the standard that I know they could play at. They are not playing like they played against the Chiefs. All right, this isn't working. Their defense was holding us like back, and we weren't able to get going. There was a couple plays here and there where we typical shit, got a penalty, got pushed back, and it was just, what the fuck, it was just, couldn't get out of our own way. A lot of the times we just couldn't get out of our own way, and it was it was at this moment where I realized, if we lose this game, that's it, yo. We had a lot of bad luck in a few games. For the last 4 out of 5 games, we had bad luck. If we lose this game, it's no longer bad luck, just excuses. That's all it is. That's all it is. So I honestly find that frustrating. So I actually, I'm like feeling a certain way, and then something happened. It was like we're getting beaten to the corner, and then our offense starts, running the ball. And I'm like, oh, this looks like a nice drive right here. This looks like a nice drive. Runs the ball, and I'm like, all right, cool. Out of nowhere, it was like, they got us, they stopped us a couple times, and it looked like, well, all right, we're starting to slow down a bit. And I want to say it was on third down. They had a commercial going. They had the little box in the TV. You barely could even see that the play was going on. Raiders jumped on the ball quick. They came out of a timeout ready. And I'm talking ready. They sped up to the line, and so quick that they had to cut out of the freaking commercial to get back to the play, because that's how fast this team lined up to the line. snapped the ball, and it was like a dagger. Man, Carr straight tossed it to Hollins, and that shit was beautiful. Perfect placement, perfect catch, dude. It was just awesome. All right, that play right there kind of sparked the entire offense, because after that, it just seemed like we had a whole new mentality. It was like, yo, fuck this, bam, tied the ball game up, went into half with the tied game. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I still felt a certain way, because I figured like, yo, we should be beating the shit out of these guys. You know, that's my mentality after coming out of the freaking Chiefs game and seeing how good we played against them. I'm thinking like, this team, we should be knocking these motherfuckers out. But that one pass, with the way we hit that quick strike, it got me feeling a little better. You know, I was like, all right, cool. Going to the third quarter, shit, man. This team started actually playing decent defense. Not great, but decent. They managed to get up to 20 points. We managed to get up to 17. Scored a beautiful drive with Josh Jacobs. And I'm telling you right now, Josh Jacobs is on a fucking mission. And this guy is not stopping for nobody. You cannot stop this man. He is a fucking freight train, all right? This dude is coming full force straight at you. And if you get in his fucking way, you are going to end up on the fucking floor. This guy is just running over people. Josh Jacobs just went the fuck off in this game, guys. And this is the third game in a row, guys. He's making it a consistent habit of just bruising through these motherfuckers, basically throwing the team on his back and just running with it. Literally. Josh Jacobs had 20 carries, 143 yards, and three fucking touchdowns. This guy, he was just doing his thing. He was doing his fucking thing. There were times where they, had a beat on him. He made a cut that no one on the field seen this cut. Made a cut and took off for another like 15, 14 yards. There was times where I thought they were going to catch him, and he had this burst I have never seen from him. Man, he is stepping the fuck up. Boy's playing like a fucking animal. Dude is a fucking beast. That dude has a dog in him. He is fucking running straight at people. And if you, like, I'm telling you right now, if you want to win, you hand the ball to that kind of player, man. You hand the ball to that player. You put the ball in his hands, he's going to win this game for you. And it seemed like in the third, beginning of the fourth quarter, Josh McDaniels finally figured it out. Well, you know what? I'm just going to keep feeding Josh Jacobs. Yeah, it's that simple. Just keep feeding him. And sure enough, the more we gave him the ball, the more opportunity for our other players opened up. I'm talking freaking Adams got open. I'm talking Renfro got open. I'm talking Derek Carr was just slinging it. He played so well off of that play action pass that there was a whole drive where they kept getting faked out by it, because they knew if we handed the ball to Josh Jacobs, he was going to make something out of it. Boy was just having his way with them. Derek Carr, 21-27, 241 yards and a touchdown. He played a really good game today. Very game manager-esque, but at the same time, very nice and step it up throws that he made, when it came down the stretch. That one before the half, incredible. That one that he made to Hollins before the half, just an incredible pass. So there were moments where he actually played above the game manager title, and then there were times where he just brought it back down to earth and, basically ran the offense the way it needed to be ran, and it won us this fucking game. Can't take that away from him. When it came down to it, he did what needed to be done to win the game. So pretty much this offense is playing very well. Foster Moreau even had a couple catches, like I want to say 3 for 28 yards, but they came in crucial times, man. Like one was actually a third down conversion. Very effective when it came to having his presence out there. It showed how, just having that extra player, even though he isn't at the level Darren Waller's at, he is a damn good backup. So if you have him out there, runs a little smoother, runs a little more well-oiled, and you've seen it. It was just another thing they had to worry about. And when he made those catches, they had to adjust. And when they adjusted, we had an answer for that. It was pretty much either Hunter Renfrow or, Devontae Adams. So there were times where we actually were able to capitalize off of other people's success. It was a crazy good game, guys, at the end there, because it just seemed like everything was clicking. Even our defense stepped up in the last quarter, and they basically put the game away for us. Um, man, I gotta tell you, I was pleasantly surprised with the way, you know, our line was playing too. Like there were a couple, drop back passes where Carr had a player up in his face, and it happened. It was like 3 or 4 times that shit happened. Not gonna lie, that kind of sucked. But then once they got into, momentum, once they got into a groove, once they actually started moving the ball and getting first downs and converting on third downs and just doing what they had to do to move the chains, like every time they did that, it showed in our, mentality. Just it clicked. Our line started blocking better. Our line started protecting better. And I was really pleased with the way they played down the stretch. So got to give a shout out to the line. The offensive line stepped up. Defense could have done a little better this game, but they did their job. Causing pressure. Max Crosby's still doing his thing, causing pressure, of course. Didn't get a sack this one, but he did actually make his presence felt on a few different plays, both running back, quarterback, and that freaking football got smacked down. Like it was just one of those things where he was there. You knew he was there. Yeah, and I want to say, Chandler Jones got his first sack today. It was half a sack actually, but he stepped up, got a couple good pressures, and made a tackle for loss on that running back. Their running back is a really good player, so that speaks volumes. So I was happy that we were able to actually focus on their run game and put a little bit of effort in slowing it down, because he was having a good fucking game in the first half. They were killing us on the ground, guys. They were. I think he had like 95 yards off of 20 carries or some shit like that. So they were actually doing really well on the ground. And that running back was basically their whole offense, man. They were running their entire system through that running back, which is something that we need to do more with Josh Jacobs, because it shows once we do that, it's more effective. It just works better, guys. Devontae Adams, 8 receptions, 95 yards, and a lot of those were off of play action passes. There were a few in the beginning where he was the only one moving the fucking chains. He was basically like, bam. They were playing catch out there, Him and Devontae were just, he runs out like 10 yards, turns around, bam, Carr puts it on him. It was one of those kind of matchups. Then like once the ball got him moving, he started getting bigger plays because of the play action. And then you have Hunter Renfrow stepping up with 3 receptions for 55 yards. This guy just, moved the chains again. Third down, bam. And then Foster Moreau with the fucking killer third down conversion. Oh, dude, that was a bruising fucking catch. He knew he was going to get hit, took the hit, fucking bulldozed his way down for another few yards, got us in, right there on the line. Josh Jacobs took it in for a touchdown in the very next play. So that was fucking awesome. And then Matt Hollins, man. Hollins with that touchdown. I'm telling you right now, that lit a spark. And that spark just like basically fed a fire that burned through the rest of this fucking game. Because after that, our offense woke up. It was kind of a touch and go game until the fourth quarter. Once the fourth quarter hit, this team put their foot on the neck and just pressed down as hard as they could. Did not take their foot off the gas on this one. They went in on the Texans. I was happy. I was fucking proud of my team for finally putting the game away. The way they put this game away is something we've been missing for a while. I'm not even talking about just this season. I'm talking about since last season. We have not been able to put a team away this effectively. I was really proud of the way my team stepped up in the fourth quarter, and they put it on the Texans, man. Our defense got another pick six. Duron Harmon just fucking came out of nowhere, caught the ball, and he was off. Took off, ran into the end zone, and that's when I was like, wow. We just did that. Our defense just did that. Our offense just did that. They fed off of each other again. Perfect timing. Like right when we needed it, And it was a good way to step up. It was a good way to finish this team off. I loved the way this offense played in the fourth quarter. The way this offense played in the fourth quarter, if we could play like that all four quarters, we will be unstoppable. I am fucking telling you right now, the way we played in that fourth quarter, if we could do that in every single fucking quarter, that would be just an unstoppable fucking offense. Like straight up. It seemed like we took a while because we needed to adjust or something, but there was times, I'm not gonna front. There was times where I was like, why the fuck are we doing this play? And then bam, Carr hit a wide open receiver. I'm like, that's why we're doing this play. So it seems like we're starting to figure some stuff out, starting to dust off some of the rust, and I'm loving it, guys. I'm very happy with the product I've seen on the field today, guys. Fucking hell of an effort from our fucking defense and offense. For our offense to get another back-to-back drives when it comes to scoring. Yo, I was so happy. I was so fucking happy to see that we were actually scoring touchdowns and not field goals. That made me, like, honestly, that's what made me the most excited, was the fact that we were scoring touchdowns, not field goals. Like, yo, I like our kicker. Don't get me wrong. He's a beast. He's got ice in his fucking veins. I don't want him out there doing that unless it's absolutely necessary. All right, that's just my opinion. That's how I feel about it. But shout out to the Raiders, man. Really put it on the Texans in this one. Came down to crunch time. They actually stepped it up. Don't get me wrong. There are areas we got to work on. There's areas that this team needs to fix. There are things that we need to do better at. But all in all, I'm actually happy with the way this team played right now. I think it's something to build off of. So we'll see what happens. Y'all know the deal. Fucking happy right now, man. So let's go into this next week. Eyes open. Forget about this now. Time to move on to the next one. Got to get a string of these together, man. We got to get a string of not just wins, but games like this where we are playing at this level. We'll see what happens. Hey, yo, anything can happen, man. Anything. Any given Sunday. Y'all know what it is. All right, man. Y'all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. This was a good one. All right, man. Go Raiders.